Okay. Tell me if you can hear me, if you can see both cameras. Tell me all the things. Because I think we've got this thing figured out. I think. I think we do. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, man. Nice. Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. Stop that. Okay. You're excited to see my 3-yard quilt? Well, this one is not a 3-yard quilt, but it is a quilt. It is a quilt. But the other one, there's another 3-yard quilt that is on the channel that I just released yesterday. Hey, Rochelle, what's going on? What do you have going on? All right, guys, it looks like this is going to work. All right, now I can talk and move and see what's going on and hang out and do all the things, because a minute ago that was not the case. I was like, what is going on? Rochelle, I think this fabric is so gorgeous. But you know what? She doesn't miss. Tula Pink does not miss when it comes to fabric. Even when I don't love it, I end up loving it. You know, once I see it and I pet it a little bit. Once you see it and you pet it just a little bit, it's like, yeah, I love you. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anybody working on anything out there? Karen, I'm so glad you came back. I was having technical difficulties, but I think we're good now. I feel much better. But this is something that I had been needing to work out before. I had been needing to figure out how to do this. And now we know. So now I can start doing these more often. If you guys like them, you guys might not want to see me sewing things. You guys might not love that, but here we are nonetheless. Yeah, I don't think any of us really want to cut into our fabric. We just want to look at it. We just want to buy it and look at it. It's not just you. Matter of fact, fun fact, this fabric that I'm using right now, I bought some of it with the intent of doing something with it. And it just never came. I just never could really figure out what I wanted to do with it. So then this came about and I was like, all right, this is a great project for it, but still I wanted to have some more. So I ended up replacing what I cut. So whatever I cut into, I went ahead and grabbed some more yardage because this is already a re-release. And so I don't even know if you can find these in stores already. And this just came out a few months ago. So I get it. What's up from Maryland? What's going on? Flo, how are you doing? What you working on? Thanks for popping in. Maryland. Is there a show going on in Maryland? Now, I don't know that you need to do this. That's a guilty little secret of mine that I replaced it. That's a little silly. Hey, Jazzy, how are you doing? I'm glad you caught me. I haven't bumped into you lately in any of the stores. Are you still out there shopping? You're just popping in for the first. You've been inspired. That makes me so happy. That is what I'm trying to do, is inspire people to try the things, try something different, maybe do something crafty, period. Just anything. I tell people all the time, like when I started this channel, the main goal was to add value to the community. And because of your comments, I feel like I am really meeting that goal. If nothing else, I feel like the things that I kind of bump into and run into and share have really added some value. So I'm pleased. San Antonio, hey, Miss Topaz, what's up? Buried alive in pretty fabric. Ooh, 2 back surgeries, Lois. Well, the shops aren't going anywhere. The shops aren't going anywhere. Going ahead and take care of him first, and then go to, what do we see? Which one? Oh, Quilts and Lace. Lois, my goodness. Something about that shop is just special. I can't explain it. It's just a feeling of a well-stocked store. I mean, they all have their own personalities, as stores do. But when I tell you Quilts and Lace is my jam, and if I could, I would move in with her. Just move into that store. That would be the store that I would be in all the time. All the time. Oops, did I do this wrong? I think I did. No, I didn't do it. No. Okay. You're not in SoCal. Well, you found it now. And I'm all over the place. And since you guys are in live, I can tell you guys next month. Is it next month? I'll be in where will I be next month? Is it next month? What's this month? Oh, so much for breaking news. I can't even. Poor me. You guys should worry about me and my little brain and my little memory, I tell you. I'm traveling to another show, another big show, Paducah. Whenever that Paducah show is, I should be there. That's the plan anyway. So if you guys are there, be sure to stop me. I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care who I'm talking to. I don't care if I'm recording live or otherwise. Stop me. I am not that person to be offended, annoyed, or anything else. I'm usually quite bubbly. So if you run into me ever, you see me in traffic, stop me. I love it. When you guys stop me and talk to me, it keeps me going. It gives me energy to keep this going, because I'm telling you guys, this is a labor of love, this channel. It's such a labor of love. It is not a big channel yet. One day it might be, but it is not yet. And so, you know, again, labor of love. Definitely give me a how you doing. Definitely, absolutely, please do, because I will be there. No, this is an Ida Jean. I'm doing another Ida Jean. Can you guys believe it? It's insane. I just fell in love with this pattern, and I saw it. I first saw the pattern on a friend of mine who has a store, her Instagram. So I saw the pattern and the way that she did it, and it stopped me in my tracks. I was like, what is that? So then I went to the maker's Instagram page and fell in love with the maker. Like, I knew that she was my people instantly, even though our styles are so different. She was a Disney fan. She looked to be around my age, and she was about that quilting life, super accomplished in the quilting community. I just knew I wanted to be her friend. So I slid in her DMs and shot my shot. I was telling her how much I enjoyed her stuff, blah, 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 blah. So she hops on my page and she sees that I am crazy indeed, but crazy in a good way. And we meet up. And in my mind, she and I are now best friends. Now she's my best friend. But all that to say, when I saw the pattern, it was done in Tula's originally. And I was like, wow, it was striking. And I knew I wanted to get in too, but I have a list of things that I'm always supposed to be doing to keep this channel really going and growing. And that was not supposed to be on the list, but I was like, nah, I got to get in on this. So I made one. Then somebody made a comment on one of the videos and was like, you should try it in African fabrics. So then I made two. And then I don't know how this one came about. She and I were talking, and I was like, what if I changed it a little bit more? What if I zhuzhed it up? And she was like, do your thing. And so she actually mocked it up for me a couple of different ways. We talked about it, and now here it is. Now, I will not be doing a fourth Ida Jean. I just don't. You guys don't know how many quilts I have like on the list of things to do. You guys have no idea how many quilts. It's always a quilt. It's always a thing. And I am not supposed to be taking these little breaks to put quilts in between the other quilts. Yada, yada, yada. Not that it really matters, you know. I make my own schedule, but I tell you, this Ida Jean came in and hit me like a ton of bricks, just like that peanut butter quilt. If you guys haven't looked on my shorts, check out my short about the peanut butter quilt. Why did she name it peanut butter? I don't know. Do I love that name? I don't. I think she named it after a friend's dog or something. I don't know. Because the quilt has nothing to do with peanut butter. But it's a great pattern. And I feel like the whole quilty community is waiting on her to release it. And I believe she's going to release it this weekend or something like that. I've already grabbed the colors for it. And that was not on the schedule, but we're going to fit it in. Also, tonight, I have so much quilty stuff going on. I'm always quilty something. Tonight at the at the guild meeting. After the guild meeting, they let us shop at a discount. And so I'm going to go on ahead and do my pull for the Ruby Star sew along. Why am I doing that sew along, you say? Because it's a very, 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 very simple pattern. But I think it could be useful. I think it could be a useful pattern if you just want to show off some fabrics, if you're learning to sew, if you just want to quick something, or it's a super simple pattern, but it really will show off a project. And it's called the swatch quilt because that's basically what you're doing is swatching the fabrics. It's basically like pretty much just swatches of fabric. And it uses 12 different fabrics, so that's going to be a fun pull. I love to pull a lot of colors. I know I do a lot of 3-yard quilts, but I do enjoy a crazy pull. Like those round quilts that I do where I pull 19 different fabrics, that's a good time. So I get to pull 12 fabrics tonight, and I'm looking forward to it. You saw the peanut butter quilt, lovely colors. So many options with the peanut butter quilt. So many options. She just did 2 variations. I think I saw a third one where somebody did dark fabrics. Why is the car just is going off out there? What is happening outside on my street? I wonder if you guys can hear that. It's so annoying. But I was gonna say there's a dark version, like black. She did a low volume version, and then she's doing blacks with like some neon fabrics. And that should be a good one too. Looking forward to it. For the base of my peanut butter quilt, I chose a goldenrod, and then I'll build on top of that. And we'll go from there. Whose car is that doing that? It would be funny if that would be one of my cars out there going off like that, but I don't think it is. What else is going on out there? So we've got Kentucky coming up. I've never been to the Kentucky one, but I know that it is the second largest that we have. So I'm looking forward to it. All right. I should check the time to see how fast we're going and if we're going to meet the deadline of finishing this before the guild meeting. I woke up this morning early. I got ready to sew, and I think it's very, very funny that I have spent the majority of the day trying to figure out camera stuff instead of sewing. That's life, though. You know what? It might be, I don't know. It might be Peanut Butter Kisses quilt. I'm not 100% sure. It's by, what's her name? Then Came June. I'm not exactly sure but I think it's called the peanut butter quilt. That name. It just does not remind me of peanut butter at all. But the pattern is so simple, but so cool. It's just done well. There's so much shade right now going around in the quilt community. You know, it's always something. It's always something. But they talk about how these quilters, the quilt pattern designers, are not coming up with original ideas and whatnot. But really, what we do is so difficult to not, have some overlap. Me and my girlfriend always talk about how many people have log cabin designs. There are a million log cabin patterns, a million of them. How can you say it's yours? The first person to ever do a 5-inch finished log cabin, it's just a mess. And so I hope that everybody gives everybody some grace with that. And I don't see anybody being mean to anybody else about that. Because I did see somebody saying something along those lines, because, I'm sure it's a similar pattern to somebody else's. But the way that she chose colors and the way that she put it together and presented it is her own. And it's delicious, like peanut butter. So good for her. Always drama. Drama, drama, drama. And I am not about that life. I tell people all the time, there's room for everybody to eat. Everybody can eat. Just try to do the right thing and treat people how you would want to be treated, and I think everybody will be fine. I am really loving this. Keep sewing with you guys. I should do this every day because I sew just about, usually I sew about every day. Usually. Now, all that was leftover fabric. What am I going to do with it? Thank you, Linda Woods Brown, for hanging out with me and popping in. I'm glad to have you. I'm just rambling away while I am attempting to finish a quilt before my guild meeting tonight. A quilt top. I'm not going to quilt it. I'll show a top with no qualms about it. Like, it is the thing to do. I feel like they've come to expect me to produce at least a quilt a month. And if I don't, I feel like I'm letting them down. So but because I am in the modern quilt guild, I try not to show like 3-yard quilts and that kind of thing, because they lean a little bit more traditional. Ooh, Jazzy, I missed your comment. Yeah, Tula does have a new one coming out. And it's actually coming out sooner than later. It should hit stores in April. Don't you worry. The day that it comes out, more than likely, I'll do a live. If not the day, within that week, I'll have a live for you reviewing it. I'm actually looking, not to the animals, which I always say. I'm like, oh, whatever. But the neons. Candy's gonna be mad because I'm gonna go in there and just say, give me the whole bolt. And she's gonna be like, really? You're just gonna buy up all of the fabric? Give me the bolt of all of these, please. She's lucky she's not having that big sale, because I kid you not, I would just buy the bolt of all the neons. When she's having a sale, there's like a big one that she does that's 30% off. Whenever you see 30% off at a store, that's when you really should stock up on whatever it is. Because you'll see 20, you'll see 25 every now and then, but 30 is a big deal for quilt stores. So if you ever see 30% off, that's your chance. That's your time to really get in and do some damage in a good way. Okay, now we need to press like the dickens. Where is my small pressing mat? There it is. I have a video coming up called it might be Wednesday. I might do it no, it's not gonna be Wednesday. It's a Notions video talking about which iron is better. The Oliso, which I have, which is sitting right there, or the Panasonic. Oh, it's gonna rock the quilt streets, guys. That video is going to ruffle all the feathers. All of them. If there's a feather to be ruffled, it's gonna get ruffled that day. You're looking for my email? My email is on there. It's Mac at macouturecrafting.com. Or you can always send me a DM or whatever. You can send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, email. People usually find me. If you look in the description bar of the videos, usually there's an email or something, some way to contact me. I think I would consider myself more contemporary too. I think people assume that I'm all about modern, but really, I love a like modern traditionalism kind of quilt. It's my jam. Yeah, if you look at my new logo, it's a churn dash because the churn dash is my jam. I love a card trick as a modern block, but just as a just as a block by itself, just kind of my preference. Love a churn dash. I love traditional stuff. I even like to see quilts done in traditional colors, which is why Houston is like, I just want it to be, I'm in love with Houston's show. I really am. You wouldn't think so because I was talking about things that I think they could do to maybe zhuzh it up a little bit. Nothing major. Well, maybe it is major to some people, but yeah. Traditional plus modern, like a show that has everything. That's my ideal show. I want to see a show that has it all. Miss Topaz, you know what's funny is that my girlfriends used to say all the time, well, the Oliso gets hotter. So I took one of those thermometers and I shot it. And guess what? Surprise, surprise. No, it does not. No, it does not. The Panasonic, because of the plates, the plate was not a consistent temperature all over the bottom of the plate on either iron. But the Panasonic shot hotter. Now, I don't know how long it stays hotter. I didn't figure that part out, but to say that the Panasonic doesn't get hot enough to iron for you, it's not the truth. It is not the truth. I have done the research a little bit, sort of, kind of, sort of, kind of. What kind of thread? I'm using a Superior's thread on the cone. It's like their essentials from their essentials line, and it's black. And I should have been using, I should have been piecing with the gray, but that wasn't what was in there. So guess what? You get what you get. I should have been piecing with a neutral or a. It would have been better to be piecing with a neutral or a gray, but it wasn't in the machine. I know I'm not the only one who's guilty of that. My girlfriend just asked me what weight thread do I quilt with, and I usually quilt with 50, maybe 40. What about you guys? What weight are you guys? And then you guys know that I do all my decorative quilting on my bags with 12 weight. If I'm doing a bag, 90% of the time you're going to get 12 weight. I quilt a little bit with 12 weight on my bigger quilts, but it has to be a very specific style quilt. Just for an all over quilting, it's usually a 50 weight. But now that I've been quilting in the hoop, which is great for a small quilt, it's been 40 weight because that's the embroidery thread. So and it's cotton. Did I say it was cotton? It's cotton. Keep the questions coming, guys. I'm loving this. A little company. Company while you are quilting. I'll take it. Oh no, that's not quilting, it's Disney. You use 50 weight or fill with the quilt and the hoop. I didn't know it was a thing, but I just got my embroidery machine. Again, I don't know if I've talked about that on the channel yet. I have so much stuff to talk about. So many videos to get you guys caught up with what's happening on this channel, because there's actually some big things happening, believe it or not. I just bought my machine, and unfortunately, I did not get the support with that machine the way that I should have. And that was my own fault because I was too busy trying to get a deal. And might be paying for it now, but luckily I am resourceful enough to do all the research, but I'm not loving that per se, really. So a lot of the things that I've learned about my embroidery machine, I've had to figure out by myself. And I figured out quite a bit. And one of the things that I figured out is how to quilt with the embroidery machine. And so those two small quilts that you guys saw on my channel with the half rectangle triangles, those were both quilted in the hoop, and they came out beautifully. They're not perfect, but they were certainly beautiful enough to gift. How many people are in my quilting guild? I have no idea. It's a big one. It's the Los Angeles Quilting Guild, but the bigger ones are like, what's the name of that one that has like hundreds upon hundreds of people? Gosh, I forget. But Jazzy, if you're in the area, you could probably join if you wanted to, because the store that I showed you guys that just opened, Sewing Art Center, they're going to be open to all the guilds in the areas holding their meetings at the store. So now I'm like, I'll just join all the guilds. I have no problem doing that. If they're nice and they're turning out quilts and they're inspiring and they have good teachers and stuff, I don't mind paying dues to multiple guilds at all. Not even a little bit. Let's do it. Isocord. So I was all excited because Floriani is what I see in the stores all the time. I think it's beautifully packaged. And what? They have Disney, like specific Disney packages. So I'm like, absolutely. Turns out Floriani and my machine do not get along. I was so excited. The person who I bought the machine from, they gave me this wonderful package of all these Floriani threads. And I have since hooked up with another dealer in the area. And she's like, yeah. No. She's like, nah. Isocord is definitely my jam, and Madeira. Only thing is, the place where I was buying Madeira, I was spending $20 a spool. And I found it for half that price online. So I'm not all that happy. But I've only bought maybe 10 spools. I think maybe 11 spools. So I won't be doing that. I bought 11 of the big cones, I should say. And then I bought a set of the Madeira small ones, just to test all the colors and just to get in the game. Because when it comes to embroidery, I'm starting from absolute scratch. I know nothing about embroidery. I should say I knew nothing. And I had nothing. I didn't know. I didn't know who to start with. And everybody has a different answer. Which is nice, but, you know. What's up, Lisa? I am live. And hopefully, because of the way that this is set up, I will be live more. Because now you guys can just hang with me while I'm between filming my quilts and stuff. Oops. You want me to do a video on threads? Okay. We can talk about my favorite threads. No, I don't go to downtown LA. Downtown LA's traffic is not worth the deal. But I am going to go to Michael Levine since it closed. Ouch. And then it opened again. Me and my girlfriend just want to hit it up and just check it out and see what they have and see if they do have anything worth me going down there to that downtown LA. For things like webbing and that kind of stuff. Because with my fabrics, I pretty much do designer fabrics for the most part. I'm not doing off-brand fabrics. You know what? You like what you like. If it's cute, I'm going to use it. If it's nice, I'm going to use it. But I do kind of tend to go with the more luxurious, it's couture crafting for a reason. I'm not usually buying off-brand anything. So I'm buying the Tula, the Free Spirits. I'm buying the blank. I'm buying the glass, Henry Glass. So for downtown, I would use that for me, more so for basics, like your basic stuff. Back in the day, Michael Levine's was the absolute place to go. Absolute place to go. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to take a deal on some Tula if you've got it. If you got some Tula or some Kona for a deal, I will. But I do prefer the brand name stuff if it's better, when it makes sense to do so. I usually tend to be more drawn to their patterns and things. Usually. So, are you in Illinois? Jesse, why did I think you were? I thought I ran into you in a store. I thought I ran into you in what store was that? In M&L Fabrics. I guess I did not. I have got you mistaken. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Girl, I don't know if I'm an encyclopedia. I'm something, but I don't know if I'm an encyclopedia. I can't even claim that. I just started quilting. This is new. But because I do so much, and because I just am enamored with it, I just want to do it, talk about it, see it, be around it, hang out with the quiltresses. Because I'm doing that all the time, I do feel like I know a few things, but I don't ever claim to know it all. I just run across stuff and research stuff and absorb it and then regurgitate it to you guys. Let me see. Oh, Jazzy, I've been thinking you were the wrong person this whole time, but that's okay. Because one thing I do know is you support this channel. You are usually one of the first people to comment, and I sure do appreciate that. Again, whenever you guys leave a comment, whenever you guys pop in on the live, whenever you guys send me an email, a Facebook message, it really does warm my heart because, again, this is a labor of love. It is not paying the big bucks yet. So it is not a big channel yet, but it is a growing channel. I see it growing every single day, and I'm so thankful for all you guys. And you guys hanging out with me while I am pressing and trying to finish a quilt top in a silly amount of time. I appreciate that because I know everybody has things to do and time is valuable. So valuable. Ooh, this is a lot of blocks. And this isn't even all the blocks for the particular size that I'm doing. This is just some of them. Yvette, you just got off work? Good for you. Way to put in a day. Hang out with me a little bit while I try to meet this stupid deadline for no reason. Just to see. You know what? I've had quite a few people pop in for my channel. 5 people is a lot. So maybe I should start going live on Mondays. You guys in here. Maybe we should make this a thing. I'm always sewing on a Monday. Maybe we should make this a thing. And then we can push the quilt celebration videos to Tuesdays. I'm in Los Angeles, California. I'm associated with the Los Angeles Modern Quilt Guild. We are, not far from San Diego. They have a really good modern, they have a few good ones in San Diego. A few. Matter of fact, I think about joining the one in San Diego all the time. And people are, oh my gosh, I am also a person who really enjoys a long drive. So when somebody says, oh, it's in San Diego, I'm like, and? That's once a month. Like, you can't drive. My husband is driving to San Diego like daily right now. He does not like to drive, but he's driving for work. So good for him. So San Diego, again, really good guild. And when I say what I mean by good is that people have nothing but good things to say about it. They have some of the best teachers. They're always active. They do great charity work. It's a really good guild. And I think it's called San Diego Metro, the Metro one. But there are so many in San Diego. And so if you're thinking about joining a guild and you're over in that area, totally look into San Diego Metro. Guilds are fun if you find the right one that matches with your personality. I have heard horror stories. I actually, when I went to the guild for the first time, I felt very out of place. And I kind of backed off for a little bit. And then I popped back in and then it all was perfect. Jazzy, you can send me an email at mac@macouturecrafting. Or you can send me on Instagram. You can send it to me on Facebook. You got options. I actually have a group that I need to put some effort into on Facebook, but that'll happen later on in the year. But people send me quilts all day long. I love it. Quilts that I have inspired, quilts they want me to make, quilts they want me to talk about, quilts ideas. So please always, you do not feel shy about just popping out of nowhere like, look at this. Because people do it all the time. All of a sudden I just see it. Look at this. Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's see it. People tag me and stuff. I say it's a small channel, but it's a powerful one. You guys have been great. And I love it. So don't ever feel funny about it, because we are Quilty family. So don't ever feel funny about reaching out to me. Don't ever feel funny about stopping me in public. Just do it. All right. They are almost all pressed. What time is it? It is 2. Oh, huh. I thought it would be like 3:15. We are moving along nicely. How are you guys doing with this time change? That time change ate me up. Did not enjoy that time change. Time change was mean to me. Was the time change mean to you guys too? It was mean to me. Did not like it. All right. What you got? Do I know anything about the Cubot quilting machine? What's a Cubot quilting machine? I bought one, but did I get proper education on it? Can I take it back? Ooh. You like daylight in the morning? When my mother was still working before she retired, I would love this time because she was taking the bus to work. She would get dropped off at the bus station by my father, and she would take the bus in, which wasn't an issue. But taking it back at night, I was never a big fan of that. I mean, he used to like walk up and wait for her. She liked taking the bus. She didn't want him driving her all the way down, because I think she gets a little nervous when he drives. So she didn't want him to drive her all the way to work, which he would have absolutely done. So he just used to drop her off at the bus station and pick her up. But I just never loved that. So now that she's retired, they didn't keep this time change, because this is craziness. So no, I don't know about the Cubot quilting machine. And I don't know how long ago you bought it to take it back. I don't know. I wish I knew something about it, so I could tell you this is what you should do, and this is how you can use it to make it amazing for you. Cubot. I mean, when I tell you I have no clue, I have no clue what a Cubot is. I don't know who makes a Cubot. I don't know. I wish I did. Oh, Jazzy, yeah, I'm going to tell it. I am not stingy with the knowledge. I want us to all be able to share and grow and inspire. I want this to keep going, and it can't keep going if you can't get people excited about it. I bought a brother. Now, there's a reason why I bought my brother, and I don't know that you necessarily have to buy the brother. I'll tell you. Let me grab these. Oops. Give me 1 second. Let me grab these. Yeah. Oh. So I bought a brother because it's affiliated with Disney. It's the only machine. And I would love to work with Disney one day, which means I can't be buying their knockoff Disney stuff. Etsy, of course, has a million people who are selling Mickey Mouse stuff and they shouldn't be. And every now and then Disney gets mad and they go through and wreak havoc with these small businesses who are, in essence, stealing from Disney, making the Mickey Mouse stuff. So in order to do Disney stuff legitimately with licensed images, I have to have a Brother machine. Now, I really wanted a 16 needle machine right off the bat, but if you have a 16 needle, Brother assumes that you are trying to be a business and they're not going for it. So you can't use any Disney licensing images with that. So I bought the Brother Disney. What is wrong here? Something looks funny. So I brought the Disney Brother machine for me, the single needle. And I already have an M7, so I did not buy the Luminaire. I wish I had bought the Luminaire. You guys are getting all the secrets that I'm, not the secrets, but stuff that I'm planning on talking about in my videos. But, oh, something is wrong here too. No, that goes towards the A. Oh, I pressed it in the wrong direction. Oh, I pressed them all in the opposite direction that I wanted. See, this is what happens when you're talking. Talking. I have 2 that are pressed in the right direction. 3 that are pressed in the right direction. Nope. I'm going to fix it. What am I saying? Okay, so the Brother machine. Oh, crap. That means I pressed the other ones in the wrong direction, too. Am I going to repress all of these? What time is it? Yep, I'm going to do it. Okay. Brother, so I wish that I had bought the Luminaire because of one of the features on there. I should have bought the biggest and the baddest that they had and been done with it. But I didn't. I have an M7. I love my M7, so I bought an embroidery only machine. And yeah, I do like it a lot, but I can see where I should have just stepped it up. And when I say, I would suggest that if you don't care anything about a Disney, I would buy the Baby Lock Solaris, which is the exact same machine, cheaper price. It just doesn't have Disney capabilities. That's the only difference. One is Baby Lock, one is Brother. Same company. I can't believe I'm about to press 25 blocks the opposite direction. Yes, I can. I've met me before. It's happening. You'll still watch the videos. Lisa, Donna knows me. We've talked, we've met, she knows that I exist. She is very, very nice to me. They like what I'm doing with their quilts. They are now sending me they're now sending me their books so that I can get on it and keep doing what we're doing. She is a beautiful, amazing, very, very, very nice woman. Very, very, very nice. They don't have an ambassador program, unfortunately. I wish they did, because I would be signing up. Excuse me. Matter of fact, I am on one of their, we met up at Houston, and I'm on one of their videos where we're talking and about 3-yard quilts and stuff. I can't believe I pressed all these in the wrong direction. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. It's me. It's me. It's me. It's all right. Just means I get to hang out with you guys a little bit. Oh, Amy, you literally, you were there. Oh, Mary, you watched it too? Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I haven't popped on there. I should go on there and see if anybody has told me I need to kick rocks and they need to not know me. You know how these internet trolls are. I'm just kidding. Everybody has been very, very, very nice. And they sent me over quite a few people when they did that, which is great. Because again, I told you guys this is a small channel and we're trying to get it to be a big channel. We want to be a big channel so we can share what we do and shout it from the rooftops. Oh, Amy. Oh, Amy. No, I thought you were talking about Houston. Of course. I saw you a gazillion times in Atlanta. I saw you every day I was there. That's right. That's right. That's right. You did see me talking to them in Atlanta. They were hanging out doing their thing. Yep. Baby Lock and Brothers, same. There are a gazillion companies that are the same. They just don't really advertise it and tell you. But like Elna, Genome, same. If you look at the machines, you can kind of tell who's the same too. The machines will pretty much look identical. They don't even try. You might have a button or two or a function or two that goes with one that doesn't go with the other, but for the most part, I know, Amy. I saw you a lot. No, Jazzy. My immediate family does not. So, as a young person, when I was coming up, I used to spend a lot of time with my aunt. Like, she lived up north, and I used to spend all my summers there. And I have some aunts that quilted, and I would see them doing it, and I thought it was pretty. And I think I kind of always knew I would want to try it because I'm crafty. I just like crafts in general. And I come from a huge, huge, huge family. My father had 13 brothers and sisters, and everybody had like 5 kids. And I am the baby of the grandchildren, and nobody picked up quilting. Nobody picked up quilting or sewing. None of them. But then there was me. I did. And it hit me like a ton of bricks, and I felt like it's the thing that had been missing from my life. And I'm so thankful to have found it. I'm so thankful to have found all of you guys because you guys make this even freaking better. I love you guys. You guys have no idea how good it feels to be able to share this with you guys. My new Quilty family. So I have quilts that have been made for me. The first quilt that I gifted went to the family of the aunt who gave me my first quilt. And it was inspired by the quilt that she gave me, by the quilt that she had given my family. It was like a redo. But that was before I started really recording my journey. I did like 1 or 2 videos when I first, like my very first quilting project, I think I recorded. And I didn't enjoy the recording process. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I had already been recording my paper crafting and whatnot. And it was kind of set up for that, but nobody cared about my paper crafting. Nobody watched any of those videos. None of them. But the quilting ones all of a sudden were gaining traction. And so it turns out I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, Lisa, if you look at, I think it's about 2 or 3 videos ago, I have made a proclamation that I'm doing a Dear Jane. I'm going to start it this year, but it's going to be my style. There's a whole video on it. It's the Disney's 100th video talks about how I'm going to approach a Dear Jane, and there's more to come on that. QuiltCon in Chicago, not that I know of. Pasadena, Austin, Nashville, Phoenix, Atlanta are all the ones that I can call that I know for sure. Oh, that didn't take long. I thought this was going to take forever to press them in the other direction. It did not. Let's do this side. Oh, you've been with me from day dot then for my paper crafting, because I haven't picked up a piece of paper since I learned to quilt. Oh, no problem. I actually pulled out my stamps the other day to do a project that did not come out well, but I know what to do to fix it, to make it better. Because it's still definitely a part of me. I just, only so much time, and I'm trying to really get this channel set up on autopilot. And once the channel is doing what I think it should do, then I'll get back into diversifying the channel a little bit and incorporating some techniques from the paper crafting and stuff into this. Although I recently ran into cards that you can embroider, and I might do that sooner than later. I think that that's awesome to do embroidered cards. Linda, that's why I started this channel, for exactly that reason. I couldn't find anybody who looked like me who should this either. And when I say look like me, I don't mean just black. I just mean, somebody who was, a little funkier in all the ways, doing something a little different. A little on the, a millennial. Certainly didn't see a millennial on here at the time. But now there seems to be, some changes. But I think when it comes to color, I don't know if anybody's going to use this much color the way that I do. I don't know that you're going to find somebody doing crazy, crazy colors like this. I don't know, maybe, but I think when it comes to using color in a weird way or taking something simple and seeing how we can tweak it, I totally think that's my thing. Yeah, embroidery cards I saw and I was like, this is cool. It's really cool to be able to marry the two. And I'm thinking, do I want to do it on paper? Do I want to do it on fabric? All the thread changes and all that. But girl, if I do an embroidered card for somebody, they got to keep that up on the mantle for a while. I want them to cherish that. Like, please don't throw this card away. Please. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it sooner than later, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to do it like holiday cards, which could be such a jam, such a vibe, such a great time to do that video. Matter of fact, I think I better write that down somewhere. Holiday cards, quilted holiday cards. Because believe it or not, July is when you need to start with your holiday stuff, which is why they do Christmas in July. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to do our cards in July. Where's my pen and paper? I keep a pen and paper by me all the time because ideas just happen and I jot them down and then they turn into videos. And that's how we get our stuff. I also send it to one of my good friends. Okay, we're doing it. You guys in July expect to see embroidered Christmas cards, holiday cards. Oh yeah, you know it. Card worthy people. Card worthy people are usually quilt worthy people. They get it. They understand. You know, when somebody puts that much effort into your stuff, they get it. I also need to start doing an what's upcoming segment because I think you guys are getting sick of me popping up in your city talking about it's right now, it's right now, the show is right now. I'm, I think I should do a what's coming up this month so that people kind of know what's going on in pop culture. You guys like that term? I coined it. If you use it, you got to give me credit. It's up there with the quiltresses. I think I'm going to be everybody's pop culture channel. Your news on pop culture. Because I am planning things, so I might as well tell you guys what's going on. Because I hated that there were people in Atlanta who didn't know about the quilt show, about QuiltCon. They didn't even know it was coming up. Although, well, you know, if you watch my channel, you'll see some of that, but it's almost over. Yeah, I ran into a couple of people who were like, "Hey, I almost missed this," on several occasions. You know, I'm in Florida. Although I didn't know about the Florida Shop Hop, that happened on accident. That show just, it was like, oh, okay. Um, but the stuff that I do know about, I think I better start telling you guys about it. I might start doing those on the shorts, like I've been doing with the patterns. You know, I can't do all the patterns and I can't highlight them all, but I see stuff and I'd like to just give you guys a quick snippet of some things. So maybe I will do that in the shorts section of something of the I'll do that in the shorts section maybe. Okay. Let's do it. Let's see how long this takes. If this takes an hour to get through all of them, maybe an hour and a half, then this quote will get done. Oh, shoot. They told me about this and I didn't listen. Sorry. They told me, and usually I don't just straight up press on here. I have been told so many times and I just knew it was going to be okay. It is not okay. Nothing happened here, but here I can feel it. Is that going to give me an excuse to buy another mat? So I needed a new mat. And I was debating about what mat I was going to do. Was it going to be Quilter Select or was it going to be Martelli? So those were the two that I had narrowed it down to. And I had gone away for a while and my mother was in here and she had done something that had totally messed up the mat. Totally messed it up. And so she replaced it. I was like, gosh darn it, she didn't need to do that because I was going to replace it anyway. So that's how I ended up getting my mat, a new mat, which is not really what I wanted to happen. But what can you say? What can I say? Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. Yes. Somebody needs to clean out in here. Bobbin's empty. Ooh, where did it end? They must have. Where did that end? Right here. Okay. Oh, this is just gross. I'm gonna have to clean this out. I hope you guys aren't super. Can you guys see in there? Is that? Oh, you can see in there. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You guys are gonna see all this grossness come out of here, but I don't remember the last time I cleaned right here, and I can see that we've got some bad things happening. So we're just gonna fix it really quickly. All right. I thought I had started with a full bobbin. It's supposed to be heat proof. Yeah, but if it's heat proof, is it still self-healing? Because more than anything, I really want a self-healing mat. I want it to be self-healing. And I want the colors to look good on camera for me. So I really don't love the color of this mat, but it's solid and you can clearly see the markings, and I really wish they would just make a black and white mat so I could just move on with life. And then Martelli's is purple, which is cool. You know a Martelli mat when you see it too. I like Martelli though. Just as a company, I like them. They're a little expensive, but I like them. Bobbin wound. I wonder whose mat was heat proof. They have that white and blue mat that I thought about getting too. It's the one where they have like this little eraser kind of thing that supposedly erases any kind of marks or whatnot. I don't know. But I sure did heat that mat up real nice and good. Hate I did that. Okay. I remember the first time I threaded this machine, I thought, I'll never remember how to thread it. How will I ever remember? And now it's just second nature. All right. Now we are cooking with gas. I've seen a couple of people ironing on their mats, but I don't know what mats they are that they're using. And when I'm sampling, like when I'm doing something for a video, it's quick. But I just sat here and I thought, oh, this will be fine. No, it wasn't. Jazzy, I've recently bought some, but not for IO, for Prince Charming, which is my M7. And for the long arm, I'll do pre-wound bobbins. And for that embroidery machine, I'll do pre-wound bobbins, but not usually for my HD9. I got lucky. It seems to have flattened back out, but when I touched it a moment ago, that sucker was raised a little bit, like it was bubbling. And I've been told so many times, like, don't iron on that. It's going to buckle. Don't iron on that. I'm like, it'll be fine. Yeah, okay. A hard hit every time makes it soft behind. Wool mats, no steam. I just used a wool mat, no steam. It's got to be fast. You know, if you're just doing it for a video real quick. But this live, this was a bad idea. Which means now I need to get a third camera, right? A camera over there by the iron. That's doing too much. Too much. It sure did. It absorbed that heat, it transferred, and then it buckled. So yeah, it absolutely absorbed it. You've been called hard-headed a lot too. My husband is the king of you do not listen. He loves to say that. He says it all day long. You do not listen. You don't listen. Yeah, I think I might. Well, usually when it depends. If this becomes a thing and I start hanging out with you guys on a regular basis, I'm gonna have to, I think. Or maybe move this. I mean, I could just turn this around, but I don't know if you guys want to. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out something because if I'm gonna be pressing here for a while, I can't just that's not gonna work. If I had another wool mat, I feel like don't I have another wool mat or something somewhere? Don't I have something somewhere? I have some foam core over there. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge. Ooh, cross that bridge when we get there. Iron. That's right. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. The June Taylor. Ah, you know what? I have a June Taylor mat behind me. We're going to use that because that has that plastic. That has that plastic right there too. That's right behind. I'm so glad you said that. And I have a pretty good, I think the June Taylor mat will be big enough to deal with this block. I have 2 June Taylor mats. And I think the bigger one will work. Even if I put it underneath the other mat, I think we'll be okay. This is Ida Jean by Sylvia Rochelle. You might have seen it already. I'm just doing it in a different way. We're just doing it in a different way. And we're doing the original way that she intended for it to be used. No, I should say we're doing the original construction of the block. I did 2 videos on the Ida Jean already, and this is then the last version that I'll be doing. And this is a free pattern, and people went crazy for it. Sylvia has a new pattern coming out called Lava Blooms, and I like it. I get a chance to see it in person tonight. In a specific colorway that I wanted to see in person. So I'm really excited to see it. Super excited. You guys, tell me how this looks. So we've been live for, I don't know, a couple hours, I think, for an hour and a half. And tell me, can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Can you see the sewing machine okay? Is it weird? Is it too close? Critique me. Critique me. Let me know so that I know what to change. Because I don't know that I'm going to go back and watch this. Some videos I'll go back and watch, but I don't think I'm going to go back and do this. But I am enjoying your company and enjoying doing this. So I might make this a regular thing if you guys enjoy it. Which screen? Which one is hazy? Is it this screen that's hazy, or is it this screen that's hazy? The one by the sewing machine, or is it your whole screen? Because then maybe that is you, because my screen looks cool. Like super crisp. So that might be, maybe. Setup is cool. Linda, you've only been quilting a few months? That's what I'm talking about. I've only been quilting, let me see. My very first video was, I know I bought my machine December, or like November of 2018, but I didn't get it. I don't know why. It was like stuck somewhere or whatever. And then 2020 was a bust. I was working on my master's degree, so I really don't count 2020. I don't even know if 2020 counts, period. I don't even know if we should just count that. Not the sewing machine, the other one. That might be just you, maybe. Because mine is clear. I've got several screens going, and I mean, I'm clear. Everything looks clear? Okay. Yeah, when I tell you this is an easy pattern, I mean easy. And I think I'm about to finish it. I think I'm going to be able to finish this. That's how, this is a perfect pattern. And I like big blocks. I cannot lie. So the fact that these are really big blocks makes it easy. The pattern is easy, but it can be really striking. It can be really striking. Carolyn, you like this time? Okay. We might be able to do this on a regular. I'm certainly contemplating it. I'm having a really good time sewing with you guys. And this is a quilt that I was able to record the block, and now I've just got to, sew the blocks. So the way that I did this was good for going live and sewing with you guys while I complete it. "10:30 p.m. in the UK. It's crazy how we can be all over the world hanging out. I want to go see Chris English, who's over there in the UK. I want to see somebody named Diane Reevely, who's also over there in the UK. I think I need to make a trip to the UK. What else is going on in quilty and pop quilture that I can tell you guys about? We talked about the Ruby Star Society so long, right? I just missed the Omega by Miss Make that I swore I was going to do. I didn't. Planning on it still. I've chosen the fabrics. Yeah, you know she got her Tula out today. She cut into this deja vu. You guys, let me show you. It's, at this point, it is just comical. Let me show you. So I made a decision. So I think I bought 4 or 5 yards of this originally, and a couple of yards of this. I know I had only purchased 1 yard of the fairy frost, but this is from my stash. But this is what I this is what I replaced it with. Look at all this fabric. I called my girlfriend, was like, do you still have Deja Vu in the store? And unfortunately, her store isn't doing great. But fortunately for me, people haven't gotten hip to her yet. She just started her store. And so she's like, yeah. I was like, run me like 5 yards of both of those. And she did. And that's ridiculous because what am I going to do with all that fabric? Now, if I sit on it long enough, I might be able to retire. But I literally replaced it because I was cutting into it and I didn't want to not have it. Just didn't want to. And I know you guys are my people and you guys don't judge me for that. And I appreciate it. And I don't suggest that anybody else do that. But for this particular set, I just love this fabric so much. And I like these heads so much. I wasn't sure if this quilt was going to get me to be okay. You know, like, am I cool? Is this quilt going to be all I've wanted to do with this fabric? I also need to make I need to make a bag. Me and my girlfriend are going to make the same bag. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to just do like an identical bag. Like she's doing one for her son and he wants a Marvel bag and I like his concept. So I kind of want to do it too. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do an identical bag or if I'm going to turn it into a Tula. 2 options. Am I going to do a Tula bag or am I going to do a Marvel bag? But Tula already did this bag in her fabrics already, of course. So it's not like I'm bringing something new to the table. If I do the Marvel bag, I'll probably throw some tweaks or something on it. But I honestly just really want to do Tula's bag the way she did it, which is how I ended up with that. One of my most watched videos on this channel is the A Place for Everything bag. You guys weren't going to tell me that I didn't sew the other piece on that? You're just going to let that go, huh? It's not The Place for Everything. It's the Ultimate Travel 2.0. That's probably one of my most watched sewing videos. And that bag came along because I just don't think that if I said, Tula, can I have that bag? She was going to give it to me and I had to have it. So I made my own version of her bag. Oh, Amy, okay, so you've got plans. So when you saw me using this Deja Vu fabric, you already knew, like, oh, okay. She's got it out. Is anybody looking forward to her drop with these witches? The next Deja Vu collection? I honestly could care less about the witches. Like, I'm going to get them for sure. But I'm like, whatever. It's that background flower fabric that's got me in a tizzy. I just want the bolt. Like, just give me the bolt of that whole background fabric. The black one with the flowers. Good. Oh, my goodness. Amy, that's how you found me? My Ultimate Travel 2.0? Yeah, that bag gets a lot of attention on this channel. That bag gets a lot of attention when I travel with it. It's a really good bag. It feels like such an accomplishment to finish that bag. Like such an accomplishment. You're all in on the next Deja Vu? Yeah, my girlfriend is like, I want the witches. Now, let me tell you guys, there's another video coming. It's always a video coming, but I'm going to tell you guys first. if you are buying Tula Pink fabric and you are buying cameo style fabric, which would be, you know, fabric with one of these heads. She does like cameo, like the heads, right? If you're doing that, I strongly suggest you check out Super Buzzy. I went to Super Buzzy this week or last week or whenever. You guys know me. I went to Super Buzzy. And while we were there, I grabbed some fabric for an upcoming project, which happens to be using the Queen of Hearts. She had it labeled that it was a panel. And I started to say, hey, this isn't a panel, but I didn't. I minded my own business for once in my life. And she cut it as though it were. She sold it like it was too. The owner, has the opportunity to purchase fabric for samples and stuff. So she ordered some fabric from Tula Pink from Free Spirit at one point. And when she got it, she had no usable cameos, which was really disappointing. If you're buying that fabric, it's probably because you went ahead. But if they cut it as yardage, you're not guaranteed to get, you know, the heads. You're not guaranteed to get a full head depending upon how much you buy, which is another reason why I bought like 4 or 5 yards of this fabric for this project, because I thought I needed to cut out 30 heads. It turns out I didn't. I'm tweaking this. But all that to say, you have to buy more to get usable heads. Some projects don't require that you get a full head, but some of them do. And so you have to buy so much more fabric. So I think it's so thoughtful and so amazing that she cuts it like it's a panel so that you are guaranteed to get a head, like a head or 2 heads or whatnot. You're hanging on to yours for an investment too. Yeah. So that's my story. Super busy. She has an online presence if you can't get to Ventura. I like going in the store. That store is a vibe if I ever did see one. It feels very... Does she even carry Ruby Star? Yeah, she carries a lot of Ruby Star. If you like Ruby Star fabric, that's your store. If you like Japanese fabric, that's your store. It's got such a clear style to it, and I really like that about that store. The cameo pattern is the best. You just can't cut into it. Well, if you do like I did, you could, you know, just buy more. Put some to the side and then cut into it until you got that project that's like, okay, I'm okay now. I can breathe now. Then you'll be okay. Then you'll be fine. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Cutting into the cameos is difficult. You just need the right project. And whenever the cameos come out, there's nothing that I'm like, ooh, that bag, or oh, this, you know, pillow is perfect for that. And shoot, by the time her stuff has been coming out, she's on to the next 7 things. So it's not like she's showing me stuff that's inspiring me to do things with what's in the stores either, which is driving me insane. The lines on the bed of my machine. Oh, this is, if you look at, Evelyn, if you go back to my Notions for Notion video, it'll show you where you can get it. It's diagonal seam tape. I just did a video on it. It's seam tape. So if you sit right here on the inside of this line, or if you're going straight down, it's lined up with the needle, or if you need this line, it's just markings that I put on there. It's tape. I don't know where the tape is. It's usually right here, but it's not. So you're going to have to go back to my other video and you can actually see what it looks like. what video was it I mentioned? It's so on Wednesdays, Evelyn, I've started doing something called Notions for Notions because I buy sewing notions all day, every day. I try so many notions, it's insane. My friends are always like, what did you buy? What'd you get? How do you like it? So now I've got a whole segment dedicated to that on my channel, or you can go to my playlist and it'll show you all the sewing stuff that I have and that I own. So the last one is diagonal seam tape, and that's what this is right here. And you can see, what I think about it and why I use it and blah, blah, blah. But basically it's just markings to line up different things with the machine. And I've been quilting for I'd say we're going on like 4 years, maybe 3-4 years, somewhere around in there. I'm new. And my girlfriend is like, stop saying that. I'm like, no. Because when you're talking to the Jane Sassmans and the Tula Pinks and the true quiltresses out there, you don't say you experienced. I just do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of crazy stuff. But I haven't been doing it long. I just do a lot of it. I quilt a lot, all day, every day. So I've come across a bunch of stuff and I buy all the things and I play with all the toys and I watch all the videos. And so it feels like I've been doing this a long time, but I haven't. And I always want to tell the truth about that. They're all winners. Thank you, Paula. I try to tell people, I might be off about a lot of things, but when it comes to a notion, usually not. I'm usually right about notions because I buy all of them and I'm sewing all day, every day. Yep, Cluck Cluck. That's exactly, and it's linked on that other video, so you can go straight to Cluck Cluck or to Amazon or wherever you want to go to buy it. Amy, you said you get, well, if you order from Super Buzzy, you don't have to worry about that because they're not. I have plenty of faces because a lot of quilt stores don't care. They're trying to do it by the yardage, and that's that. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. But your girl, Kelly, over at Super Buzzy, she was like, no, I don't like that. She's like, it's not usable. I know you're cutting it because I know you're using the head because you more than likely want to you want to focus. You want to use that as your focus print. So why would I give it to you like that? And that's big. She is the only store that I have come across that'll do that. The only store that I've ever come across is like, no, we're going to do this right. I ain't new. You sound like my girlfriend. She's like, she's like, you're not new. And now I'm starting to, once I get my 10,000 hours in, hey, I'll be good. But I don't want to pretend. It's just that I do a lot. And I know that I do a lot. I know that my experience is probably not the traditional experience of a quilter who's been quilting for a few years. And I recognize that. I'm not trying to say I don't know what a half square triangle is. I'm just trying to make it very clear that I run into stuff and I'm self-taught. So some stuff probably just doesn't even make sense that I do. It just doesn't even make sense to people who've been doing this a while. Like, why would you even try it that way? I sound seasoned and happy. I am generally a very, very happy person. I'm all the bubbles. I get it from my mother. She's more bubbly than I am, if you can believe it. She's so the bubbles. She's bubbles and roses and daisies and puppies. I'm a quiltress. Nah, I ain't a quiltress yet, but I'm gonna be a quiltress. If I keep on living, I promise you I will become a quiltress for sure. Oh, I love that you love that I love 3-yard quilts, which makes you love 3-yard quilts. That's what I'm talking about. 3-yard quilts are my jam. I can't explain it. They're simple, but they're fun. They are such a good time. Ooh, I see one of my batteries is running low. I don't know about the other one. I wonder what's going to happen. I have some other batteries. So I wonder if I'll be able to just swap it out. I don't know. I guess we'll, oh, did it just go out? Nope, you guys can still see me. I wonder if it's going to switch to using the cord now. We'll find out together. I feel like this 2-hour stream is a success, no matter if this camera goes out. Now, if this one goes out, we got a problem. But if this one goes out, well, it did good, because earlier today, your girl was struggling. So, Evelyn, I will sell my quilts. I can, I do, but it's got to all make sense. I had been having them quilted. I was giving them to my long armor. However, that became a small fortune for no reason. I was showing you guys finished quilts, which you guys do like, but there was really no point in doing that. Just another fee. Oh, I'm over here just a talking. I'm just a talking. I wonder how long. I wonder how long I was talking, because I mean I've just been going. What was the last thing you guys heard? Was it anything good? was anything was anything interesting? Um yeah, my batteries did die. But look, there I have other batteries, thank God. And they are charged, but I should charge the other ones so we can keep cooking. And I know I saw a charger in here. Here we go. All better. I don't know what I was talking about. You guys know you might not know, but I can talk, so. Ouch. It's hurting my little finger today. So Evelyn, no, I'm not live every day. When I'm at a show or something along those lines, I will go live every day, but not usually. This was just me attempting to be able to try a live and see if anybody would show up, or if you guys would be entertained by me, and see if I could get two cameras working at the same time, so that you guys can have one where you can see me sewing and doing this at the same time, and how we like it. If you guys even like hanging out with me, maybe I get on your nerves. So. Okay, so now we know that this can die, even though it's plugged up. There's no power source. Anyway, this is a great test. Okay, now what are we doing? You like hanging? Oh, good. I'm glad. So the woman who made this pattern, she was like, she keeps me on in the background, and I'm like, girl, you don't need to watch my videos. Like, I thought she was doing it, just to be nice. And she's like, no, it's like crafting with my best friend. Like, we're just hanging out. You keep me company. And I'm like, all right, cool. I do the same thing. There are certain channels that I watch. I just throw them on in the background and let them do their thing. So I'm glad I remind you of your BFF. I can be your quilty BFF. And now that I know I can do two cameras, I will probably start recording so that I can, make a block, whatever, show you guys what I need to show you guys. And then we can just go live while I sew the project together. Oh, thanks, Evelyn. I'm glad. Okay, well then we'll try to make this a thing. I don't know exactly how it's going to fit in. I don't know how I can be consistent with this, but because you guys are liking this and because there's so many people who are actually tuned in, we can do this. You're sewing too? Oh, so you are like sewing with me. Okay, we'll do it. I don't know that they will always be hours long like this, but I'm very curious to see if I can get this quilt done in enough time to share it, which is insane, which is crazy. This thing was literally in blocks this morning, and it still is. As you can see, these blocks are not constructed. There's still a whole nother pack, not a pack, but a whole nother like group to go. Dude, I need a quilting arts. I was just telling my girlfriend yesterday, I was like, why don't I get any quilting magazines? I used to pay for one and then I stopped. I don't know why. It was a good, it was an online magazine. I'd actually prefer a magazine to come to the house, like a tangible one, preferably. Okay, Miss Topaz, if you like it, you've got to come hang out with me again if I do it. Clara Narte. No, I don't know who that is because why? Because I don't get a magazine. I got to get magazines. I got to do better. What is Clara up to? What she got going on? And I like that it's called Quilting Art. Just when she can. Yeah, I think I am. I used to go live before where I had this full like show, and I thought the show was great in my imagination. We would talk about we'd talk about a quilter, somebody who I'd come across or a quiltress usually. We'd talk about what was going on in the quilty community. We talked about it was a whole format, and then I'd show you guys what's going on the Instagram and the Facebook, like the good stuff. I'd be like your filter of pop culture. And so we might go back to that, just not formal. I'll probably chop that up, which I have done to some degree. And then maybe we'll do lives where I'm just hanging with you guys. Just hanging. Reading a book on a Kindle it's cool, but I want a quilt magazine coming to the house. I don't want a digital magazine. We're almost through this stack. And it's almost 4 o'clock, which means it'll probably be about 4:30, 5 o'clock when we get through the rest of the other stack, which means that I can probably get this done, guys. I think. searched her online. I want to, oh, you know what? My computer's right behind me now. If I fall down a rabbit hole, this quilt's not going to get done. But if I don't do it right now, I'm going to forget later. So what should I do, guys? Okay, when I finish this last block, I will sit down. I don't know if you guys know this, but I stand while I quilt. So I'm standing up. So I will sit down for a moment. I will sit my Canada Dry and we will look at, oh, better yet, we can all look at her together, I think. Yeah, we can, actually. Oh, sounds good. It's happening. It's planned. You can wait for me. I'm going to show you her. Wait for me. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, you guys have. Oh, so everybody's just down the rabbit hole. Just like that. Jazzy, you see what you did? Now everybody's left the channel and went to go see Claire. Nobody's hanging with me anymore. You're getting dinner started. Okay. Amy, you didn't leave me. I'm just kidding. Girl, I don't think everybody can stay with me for hours on end while I'm sitting here sewing quilt blocks. No worries. I'm just messing with you guys. Go. If somebody is amazing and they're a quiltress, and I'm sure if they're in a magazine, they probably are a quiltress. They've probably been doing this a while. I was thinking about I was explaining to my new best friend in my mind. I'm going to stick beside me. Appreciate it. I was explaining to her the definition of quiltress, and I was explaining to her the definition of pop quilter. And I was like literally writing it out as though I was a dictionary. But I think you guys should tell me what you guys think a quiltress should possess in order to be called a quiltress. So I think somebody should have been doing it for a while, but not in an inordinate amount of time. Because I was thinking about Jackie Gearing. If you guys don't know, Jackie Gearing hasn't been quilting that long, but she's made such a huge contribution to pop culture. I'm not going to stop saying it, guys. But just a huge contribution to the community. Her books, the walk, what is it called? Walking 2.0 and walk. Come on, it's probably, oh, there it is right there. It's called Walk and then Walk 2.0. It's literally right there. She hasn't been doing it long, but when she came in with the big gun. She came in with the thunder. Like, you guys, here you go. And I totally think she's a quiltress. I think her quilting style is amazing. It's simple, but it changed how people do things. So I think she's a quiltress, even though she hasn't been doing it for 30 years. So maybe it should be like, oh, so many years plus a contribution or I don't know. Can we get a crown? We get the title. Can we get a crown of quiltress? A quiltress must be. She got like chocolate. It's funny. They just put a See's candy near me. And my husband is not a sweets lover, but apparently he is this week because he went to See's candy twice. And I'm like, where's all this See's candy coming from? I think it's more about the contributions that you've made to the community. than I do, probably about the amount of time. I'm definitely trying to carve out my own little world over here, Miss Topaz. Like, I see bold colors here and there, but the way that I do them is probably a little different. It's probably kind of unique to me. When I first hit the ground running, I was with this YouTube channel, and I was very, very concerned about having a style that was recognizable in mine. And again, trying to add value to the community. Otherwise, what's the point? If I'm not helping you guys out, if you guys aren't learning something from me, what am I even doing? And so I was really trying to figure that out. And it turns out you guys have kind of told me what I'm good at. When I go through the comment section, people are always talking about my use of color, about my work being a little bit edgier, even with traditional patterns. Do you ever watch T? Every now and then I watch T. It's hard to watch all the things when I'm supposed to be making all the things, but I'm definitely aware of T. I pop in and out every now and then. Okay. Yeah, colors are hard. Colors are hard for some people. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I just really enjoy that part. But there are definitely some other parts that are not my cup of tea. Okay, let me see here. We are going to take a quick break. And we're going to sit for a moment. Just took the whole camera with me. just took the whole camera. That was not what my intention was. Okay. There we go. All right. Is that how that was before? Oh, that's sweet. Who'd you just buy some African prints from? Was it from T? You're buying African fabric from T? Okay, let me see. Who are we? We are going to look up. What's her name? Clara. What's her name? Clara Naley? Clara. What is her name? Clara. Come on, you guys just said it. Clara Nartley. Here we go. All right. Okay. Let's see here. All right, what we got? Okay. What's behind her? Look at this. Look at what's happening behind her. Is that start here? The artist. Let's see what we're working with. Oh, oh. How did I not know who this was? I like what we're doing. It's a Bisa Butler feel, but less prints, less less contrast with the prints. These are very easy to look at and beautiful. This is her gem series. Oh, I'll take amethyst and emerald, please. I'll take rhoda too. Wow. This is really pretty. This is absolutely gorgeous. Is this thread painting that is this how she's getting her depth? That looks like thread as opposed to layering fabric. She looks like she's getting depth with thread, and that's a lot of work. This is pretty. I wonder if this is for sale. Boy, this is beautiful. Become an insider. Not right now. What else we got? So we got the gem collection here. The joy of living. So she does portrait work. Oh, that's gorgeous. Radiance. Bubbly. Aw, I'm bubbly. Look at that. Look at this. Wow. Look at the background fabric used. Look at the depth here. Look at the color chosen for what? The teeth look amazing. Yeah, I said the teeth. Oh, good. You guys are able to. I was like, can you guys see me, what I'm doing? You guys can. Okay, let me see here. Oh, this is a vibe. Woo. I am so, see, this is why I need to go live so that I can talk to you guys so you guys can point me in the direction that I need to go. The background fabric, the African fabric right there, the symbols. Look at the hat. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to do a deep dive into this. I could, any of these three right here. And I like that there's a continuity with the background fabric, making this an actual collection. There's a similarity that connects them all together other than just the name. Look at the pops of colors. So this is emerald, which would be a green. And how we come through with this red. And oh, she has got a gift. Love her. I'm here for it. I am so happy you work with Clara. How? Hire her, take a course. You can take courses? What does that look like? Can we not take a course? Is that, here we go. Daily journaling challenge. Wow. Go her. Surface design, thread sketching videos, techniques. Yeah, I'm going to have to jump into that. I am so glad that you shared that. I am so glad that you shared that. That was amazing. I feel so good about what I just saw. I get nervous. Okay. She's back up on her feet. And we've got to go, go, go because it is now 4, right? Okay. All right, so these are all sewn. Now we need to do the other set. Ouch. I'm dropping rulers. Yeah, definitely inspiring. That was excellent. I didn't know that T sold African fabrics. I know that I don't know. I don't know what all she's got going on over there. I know it's lit though. I know she's got a nice strong following, and it's a lot happening. And I know that she does the retreats that people are loving, loving, loving. If I did a treat, would you guys consider going? I'm thinking about it. Thinking about hosting a retreat. But I'm not exactly sure yet. But I'm thinking about it. I know she has a website. I guess I haven't. Well, I linked something that she has that nobody else had was those wood pressing irons that I use. She's the only place where you can get this right here. My wood pressing iron that I use all the time that people always ask me about. All right, guys, let's get it. I love that you believe that I love Florida so much that I would do a retreat in Florida. I love that because Disney World is right there, right? A Disney World. You guys want to do a Disney World retreat? I don't know. I don't know where it would be, and it might not be in California or Florida. It might be something like Missouri, or Las Vegas. So I would try to get in with like So Yeah or Jenny Doan and rent out, or the other people. Who are the people? Is it the Fabric Patch? The mom and daughter duo who has a retreat center. Super incompetent. Have you seen my retreat video? No, you wouldn't feel super incompetent at a retreat with me. I'll tell you that now. Nope, you would not. You would consider it. Um, yeah, the Fabric Patch. I would do something like host or try to rent out or something along those lines. A place that's already set up to do this for real. Maybe. Or I might do it down here. There used to be one. There used to be a Disney one down here somewhere. And my girlfriend was like, why don't you just do your own? I was trying to find it. And I was like, let's do a retreat. She's like, why don't we just do our own? And so I am contemplating. Yeah, it has a retreat center. Yeah, exactly. And I like where the retreats are here in Temecula, even though it's a little, it's not luxurious. It's still, I mean, we quilt all night long. Like we can sew all night long. We don't spend any time in our rooms. You can if you want to, but you're secluded. You're off in no man's land, and it's great. So maybe I'll host it down here. But I've decided to start popping in on people's retreats and taking notes. So I'm going to do the I See Stars with Kristen. I signed up for that, which is how I'll be going to Missouri this year. So look forward to that. Somebody else's retreat. I don't know if it's Zootopia. I don't know, but I'm trying to figure out what I would want my retreat to look like. What are things that people really enjoy about the retreat? What are things that I really enjoy about retreats? So yes, next retreat is in October. I don't know. I might get in on it. I might not. I don't know. I got a lot going on this year as far as traveling. So we'll see. But I need to make a trip to Soya anyway. I need to go holler at my boys up there. And Rainy. I kind of want to jump. I really do want to go holler at the girls at Fabric Patch. I just think they'd be a good time. And they seem so organized. Wine. All I see is wine. I looked up, all I saw was wine. But I would hate to throw a retreat and it'd only be me and my mother there. Oh, crap. Miss Topaz, who? Okay, so yeah, they provided the machines and 2 meals a day. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, all the meals are provided at my retreat that we do with LA MQG. You saying that, but you know when those bills start coming around and it's time to pay off the retreat, folks get to saying, well, it was nice in theory, but I don't know. Whenever people talk about my followers, I'm like, you guys know it's just my mother and her 7 accounts, right? Like, it's just me and my mom. Which is really a joke because honestly, the person who watches my videos, like seriously watches my videos, is my father. He really watches my videos for absolutely no reason. There is no reason for my father to watch my videos, but at any given point during the day, if you go to his house, I could be on. Like I'm CSI Miami or something. CSI Miami still comes on. Is Horatio still doing his thing? No, seriously, like my dad is. If you run into my father at Home Depot or church, because that's about it, he's going to give you a business card. He is going to tell you that you should follow his daughter on YouTube, and he might stand there and wait for you to do it. he is so serious about this business. Anything he can do for me, he will. He's cool like that. He's a gem, and my mother too. But he's the one that actually watches the videos. My mother, because she's not the one. She'll watch if they're down there together, but I don't know that I am her favorite YouTube channel. She has to deposit a year in advance. Good night. Oh, I'm for sure a daddy's girl. But a mommy's girl too, but for sure a daddy's girl. For sure. I'm also an only child, so he's my PR person. No, seriously, guys. You guys, I'm kid you not. Anybody who comes to work on the house or whatever, he's like, she has a YouTube channel. Passes out my business cards like they are really something. It is serious. He is such serious business. He's sweet. He's a good dude. They do tend to drop out a lot. Matter of fact, even with ours, which everybody is always dying to get into, there's a lot of people who end up having to back out because life happens or whatever. So, yeah, it happens. But it's also a whole lot easier to come up with, whatever the price is over time. Well, it's special. Yeah, girl, that's it. I'm his only kid. I am their only child. All right. All right. All right, we are cooking with gas. We are moving pretty good. What do you think a good range for a retreat is? How much? And this is what just bare minimum, your meals included, your room and board. What do you think is a good range? Because they are, I know expensive is subjective. Everybody's expensive is a little different, but what do you guys think a good range is? Because I have no idea how much all these retreats are costing me. I've forgotten at this point. I think ours, because you can split a room for a lower cost at ours. What's my favorite thing to do at Disney World? Just be there. Nothing matters. Just be there. Now, Epcot is not my favorite park. Believe it or not, Magic Kingdom is not my favorite park. I was at Disneyland yesterday. I'm always at Disneyland, so, it's a thing. But Animal Kingdom, I could be there all day, every day. I love to eat the stuff. I want to eat all the things. But just being on property, it's just such a submersion. That's why I prefer Disney World. It's not because Disneyland isn't cool. It's just not as big. How much are So Yeah's retreats? I didn't even look. And do they do your meals for you? I imagine they would because you're there all day. They had snacks too. They do breakfast and dinner. Okay. I like ours because all the meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, But if they say breakfast is at noon, you have to be there at noon because they mean noons. For I'd say for yeah, I'd want the meals covered for sure. Starbucks is next door. And also, I go back and forth with, do I want to go to a retreat and take a class versus just leave me alone and let me work on what I brought to, to really get after this project? I love our retreat, which is not a class-driven retreat. It's bring your own stuff and get after it. But I know that Sotopia twice a year, I don't know if they do 4 retreats a year or 2 retreats, but one of them for sure is a class or a teacher or 2, and then some of them they pick you up from the airport and transfer you to the hotel. That's cool. That's convenient. Starbucks is next door. This time they had snacks. Oh, what did I just do? Oh. I just like hanging out with the dudes. They're just cool. That family has been very, 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 very nice to me. And so I would love to just support. But if I do a retreat, I would want to tell everybody that I'm doing a retreat so that we could all go together. If you want to come hang with me, come hang with me at the So Yeah retreat. You didn't do the projects, you did your own thing? Yeah, they seem like they have a lot going on. Like, they nonstop classes and activities and things. Nonstop. Okay, so it's 4:30. Hopefully by 5 o'clock, we're getting close, guys. We are getting close. I wonder, am I going to make it? Do you guys think I'm going to make it? I'm kind of curious now. I know for sure I could have made it had I not decided to do a live, had I not had all these camera issues. Is California close enough to drive to Yeah, for sure. I can drive to Las Vegas in a few hours. But I can fly to Las Vegas for $25 and about 30 minutes. So it just kind of depends on how I feel. I love to drive, and my husband is, when I'm just making a quick run, he's like, just don't. He's like, just fly. And I go out to Vegas quite a bit. I like to shop in Vegas, believe it or not. It's really great shopping. And so sometimes we'll just go see a show. We can fly out in the daytime and come back that same night because it's Vegas. That's how close. So our speaker for tonight got COVID, unfortunately. So they can't, so she canceled, and the class that we were all taking this weekend, which was scrappy applique. There's a woman who is the originator of that technique. And I'm sure you guys have seen her stuff. I forget her name. I think it's something Naranjo. I think. Something Naranjo. And so she has people who are certified in her technique, kind of like Laura Heine. People can teach you her technique. Evelyn, you want to do a sew along? We could probably do a sew along for like a 3-yard quilt while I'm live. Or I really should just do the Ruby Star as a sew along, because I know for sure I can complete the Ruby Star quilt on a live for sure. If I can't do that, then what am I even doing with my life? Just kidding. But it could be a fast sew. And now that I just feel more comfortable, it's really weird when you are trying to do something like this and somebody can't see you when you're actually sewing. I just didn't love that. So now that I have figured out how to do the sewing and the, over here, or I could have the camera pointed at my head, which really isn't that interesting. I feel better. So yeah, I could do a sew along. Is that something you guys would be interested in? You guys want to do a sew along? Or do you guys just want me to do more of these where you watch me sew? Or just hang out with me, period? Let me know. You love applique? I do too sometimes. Like when I love it, I love it. I've got a whole applique series of Disney quilts going on. I have one that I was thinking about showing. It's not quite finished. You guys want a sneak peek? You guys want to see it? I feel like you guys have earned it. You guys have been here with me for hours. It's not quite finished, but it's dope. And it could be shown tonight too. If I give it a little shake and a press. Oh, cool. You're sewing with me? That's what's up. I love that you're sewing with me. It makes me happy. Me and some of my friends from the guild, we'll just hop on a Zoom and everybody just be doing their own thing, running jaw jacking and sewing. You would hang out during the sew along? Yeah. I don't know that I would even do a sew along with anybody. I would just be watching people and seeing what people are talking about. But I don't know that I would be like cut everything and be ready to go. And if I were going to do that, the Ruby Star would be perfect because it should be such a quick, it should be a super quick sew. Okay, it just dawned on me. I need to be done with this in 2 hours. I was saying I could leave at 7, but I probably need to bathe before I leave the house. I'm sure everybody would appreciate me doing that. If I told my daddy to contact Disneyland, I'm pretty sure my father would be trying to figure out how. But that is a goal of mine, is to work with Disney in some capacity, or just to be recognized by Disney. Disney. Disney has, artists and whatnot, and I would love to be one of their artists, a textile artist, a quilt artist. Again, I have a Disney quilt that it's not finished, but it's showable. It's very, very close to being finished. So you were going to do it? You're going to contact Disney? Don't let me stop you, because that's how things happen out here. A lot of people have contacted people on my behalf that has really worked in my favor, guys. People have told people, hey, I bought this because of you or her. I just wanted you to know. My new best friend in my head who did this pattern, she received emails and you guys, it's crazy to think that you guys would take time out of your schedules to do that kind of stuff for me, and I appreciate it, because it is opening up doors. I have some stuff on the horizon that never would have happened without you guys. Never, 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 never. But I like to just kind of wait until things are a little more finalized before I get to talking about them. But we've got some stuff coming, guys, and it's because of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Oops. Yeah. All right. Okay, we are moving. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. Okay, this is pleasant. I told you guys this Ida Jean pattern is the truth. Like, it is lovely. Alicia, you want to see the quilt? I think it is. Disney is she's just my muse. Like, I just love Disney so much. Can't explain it. Don't even try. Either you get it or you don't. Either you have something you love like that, you have a fandom that you're about, or you don't. But when it comes to art and inspiration, I just think if you open up your mind, Disney has so much to offer in regards to that kind of stuff. Okay, Alicia, as soon as I finish these next 3 blocks, I'll grab that quilt and I'll shake it out a little bit and see if you guys can tell who it was inspired by. this has been an uneventful quilt. Like, I mean, I pressed that stuff in the wrong direction, but other than that, we are good. We are good. Nothing too bad has happened. And I'm going to have to do just like I did with that other one. I have to cut 2 other pieces. My careful pressing. I don't know if this is super careful pressing, but I am trying to get these seams going in the right direction. I hate to have to clip a seam, you know, because it got caught or whatever. In the beginning, I never used to pin, and now I've become such a pinner. Never used to pin, but it does help me because I am not the most accurate sewer. That's not what I'm known for. But pins are here for a reason. You know, I'm just particular about some stuff. Like some stuff some stuff I can't live with, some stuff I can. It just kind of depends on what day it is. Some stuff I'll be like, eh. And it's funny because me and my friends are all kind of different about what we care about, what we don't. There'll be times when they'll be like, no, take that out. Do it again. And there'll be times like, nah, it's all right. You're tripping. Just let it go. And because I'm the queen of don't know when to stop, the queen of doing too much, sometimes they have to say, girl, you're never going to get to your next quilt if you don't stop. Okay, Alicia, I hope you're still here. I've only got 1 more to go. Oh no, I've got 2 more to go. I should have known I had 2 more to go because I had to cut 2 more of that other one, and now we're going to cut. Hang in there with me, Alicia. Do you have to go right now? Because if you do, you are the only person who cares about that quilt. So if you do, tell me to stop and show you right now. But if you're good, let's keep cooking because I only have that other one to go, even though I have to cut some more fabric. You tell me. If you've got to go right now, I will pull it out immediately. I do not want to hold you captive. Okay. Oh, you're working on a tulip quilt as well? Okay. Which tulip quilt you working on? Is it like a Tula Nova? Is it a, let me see, is it like the Mad Hatter Tea Party one, which I almost did? Almost did the Mad Hatter Tea Party one, but I like kits. And sometimes you just really want that quilt. But I hate the fact that they're all the same. So I'd prefer to alter a kit. But Tula's stuff comes like pretty much perfect. So it's like, well, what am I getting ready to change? What's up, Bessie? You came back? I'm glad. Happy to have you. Cranberries and cornflakes covered in chocolate cookie bar. I didn't mean to ruin your stuff. You can't take me with you? Put me on your cell phone. Take me with you. You know what? I'm having too much fun on this live, guys. I think we might have to make this a thing. And it's not like I'm not always making a quilt, so we've got plenty of time to do this. What am I doing? Oh, I know. I have this whole big thing left over. So in order to do this quilt my way, I would have only needed to partial cut this, which I will have to notate in the video. That if you are doing this my way, where is my stuff? Who's brilliant? Catherine, you think I'm brilliant? Oh, you are too kind. I am many things, but I don't know if brilliant is one of them. Let's see. I do use brilliant colors, though. They're so bright and vibrant. Look at this. All of this. It's not waste. I'm not going to call it waste because I donate my fabric to this lady who makes quilts that just... I should show you guys the quilts that she makes with my scraps. Because that is a scrap, believe it or not, now. And that'll go in my scrap bin. And she takes that stuff. She's like, how is a yard a scrap? Because I've used it already. I'm done with it. That's how. You like to view me on your TV? Oh, okay. I need to go through my kits. I know that I have a Tula Pink quilt that I've been working on for years, which is hilarious because it's literally a 4-patch. So it's not because it's a difficult quilt. I only want to talk about that right now. We're not even going to talk about that quilt. Then we have, so we've got the Tula Pink quilt. I bought a not a Jackie Gearing, a Jacqueline DeJean quilt way before I would have ever been able to complete it. I just thought it was pretty and it said quilt kit. So I bought it and I did not have the skills to complete it. Ouch. So then I have another one by, I don't know if it's by Krista Moser, but it's one that everybody used to do when I first started quilting. It's like a Nova. It's like a Nova, but it's in solids and it's gray background. And I'm like, okay, I need to do these. I need to knock them out. So I would like to at least get rid of, I know I'm not going to do the Jacqueline DeJean one this year. No sense in me even telling that story. Oh shoot, let me see. You're making a big star pattern with 2 stripes from multiple. Nice. I have 2 kits that you're saving. Yeah, I know how you feel. I know how you feel. Maybe if you take one fabric out, I know how you feel. And those kits are so expensive. Like shoot, now I have it. Got to do something with it. And I bought it's really cool. I need to finish that quilt. Ouch. Oh, Catherine, you love the African quilt. I thank you so much for saying that. When I completed that quilt, I thought, what did I just do? Nobody's gonna like that quilt. That quilt is doing so well on my channel. I'm just shocked at how many people like that quilt. It is probably the busiest quilt that I've ever done. Once I laid out the colors, I thought, okay, this is pretty cool. Like it's kind of doing something. It's giving me something. But when I completed it, I wasn't overly excited. But now everybody is making me excited about what it looks like now. You guys have been very, 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 very kind about that quilt. I thought you guys were going to laugh me out of the quilt world. If I get a shirt that says all about pop culture, you guys gonna wear it? All right. So we talked about the African. Brilliant like the iridescent. So sweet. Love that purple African quilt. Couldn't resist. That pattern is it difficult? Oh, she's talking about Alicia. I'm working on a Bargello. Oh, I bet that goes hard. A Bargello? I like Bargellos. Oh my goodness. We finished these. All right, let's press. It's 5 o'clock. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Okay, that's the small one. Of course, the small one's in front. Okay, let's put this one underneath. What's everybody talking about? Well, my iron heats up. It just looks that way, but from a Catherine, I have no idea what I'm going to do with that back. Like, none whatsoever. But now that you're talking about it, it makes me want to be awesome and not just do like a regular silly back. Like now I want to put some effort into it. You're making me want to put effort into the back. But I didn't even contemplate the back because I know that I'm just doing tops right now. So I didn't even think about it at all. Like not even a touch about a quilt. That quilt kit with Quilting with Soul, they got so many calls about the first one that I did, the tic tac pattern. It was insane. They were like, "What did you do?" I don't know. Tried to be great, and then I guess I stumbled onto something because I had no clue that was going to blow up like that. That's how many people know who I am now. Is because of that. Now, how did I press these? Did it even matter? I think it did. It does not matter. Okay. That's not how you want to press it. All right, guys, let's go. It is 5 o'clock. Can I get these pressed and because they're such big blocks, they're going to come together super fast. Jazzy, me too. You know, what's funny is one of the things that people always talk about when they're going live and they're doing things that the mean people. If I am 100% honest, I have not really encountered mean. Every now and then somebody will say something kind of snippy. Every now and then. But for the most part, like I can tell you that's probably only happened maybe once or twice, maybe. And it was more like I had mentioned like a brand being diverse, and somebody got mad at me for mentioning that. They got very offended and told me that there was no need to bring racism into this. It's not here. And that's their truth, I'm sure. But I wasn't talking about, just straight up racism. I was just saying that a company was diverse. It's nice to see a diverse company. And that's, just nice to see. It's not the only thing that I consider, but it is nice to see that a company has at least one Black person working for them. I get a little nervous when I don't see any. So, yeah. I hear everybody in there. I'm live, but I can hear everybody. So, yeah. And then somebody else, I don't know, somebody told me my nails were ugly. And right now they are ugly to me because I don't have them done because I have an owie. But as soon as my owie gets better, you guys can expect to have long, crazy nails as usual, which is not everybody's cup of tea, but most people just keep scrolling or they say whatever. Not that big of a deal. But other than that, everybody's been very, very nice. So, Jazzy, yes, we can do this. We can do this. I don't even have to have moderators. Nobody's being mean. And then we can have our little community and everybody will know each other. And it'll be fun. We can ask each other how people's quilts are going. Yada, yada, yada. What is happening right there? It feels twisted. It's not. Oh, thank you, Paula. I think you guys are just super, 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 super nice. If you guys haven't done so, now, I know a lot of people watch my big shows, the quilt cons and whatnot. But I went to Sarasota to a small quilt show. And I tell you, some ladies really had stumbled upon some interesting quilts. The one in Carson, too. I know, again, people really love the big shows. And I like a big show, too. But I get more excited when I just see, retired Ann or Teacher Sue who nails a quilt, who can just quilt their butts off. They might not be the most famous quilter, but they're probably one of the baddest quiltresses. And they're just, living their regular lives. I get very excited about that. I get excited about other stuff too, but I get very excited. Just happened. Oh, food. Look, Mom. Look, guys, my mom's brought me food.
Mom, on air? Oh,
yeah, on live.
Just a little something to tide you over. Hi, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.
She's so nice. Mom bought me food. Isn't that amazing? I'm not even hungry. But there's food here. Everybody plays a part. No, she does not want to watch my YouTube channel all the time. But I don't ever have to stop to do anything except for use the bathroom. She'll keep it going for me so that I can keep recording because we are on crazy time constraints. So We get it done though. And lots more from this channel is coming, so just stay tuned and watch it grow with me. everybody plays a part. Matter of fact, this was really rare, but if you see the Sarasota video, you'll actually see my husband was at the quilt show with me, which is super duper rare. But there's another video that I have when I was in Sacramento. It's a really cool quilt store up there that I haven't shared the video of just yet. And I had family with me there too, and that just almost brought me to tears, guys, because this channel is important to me, but they were treating it with as much respect as I do. They were up and ready. We had stuff that we needed to take care of as a family. And I always check the quilt stores in the area wherever I am. And I try to, get in and talk to the owners and, kind of catch the vibe of the store. So I knew that I wanted to slide that into the stuff that we had to take care of, like our family business and stuff. Do you know that my family was up and ready to go before I was? And I was like, what's going on? What's everybody doing? They're like, we're going to the quilt store. What? You're going to the quilt store with me? You guys are almost like just broke down in tears, because that's how serious everybody takes this channel. So we are just going to continue to keep this channel in our prayers and hope that it does amazing things for us, the family, everybody. So yes, Mom's job is to just keep me good. All right. Okay. They couldn't believe you could knit in Germany. Why? Why? Aw. Well, I think it's awesome that you can knit. Alicia, I do have a great family. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And my husband is kind of like, if you think mom and dad are cool, the husband he's built different. My cousins are too. It is. I have a great family. We all get along. We all know how to work together. We get it done. I did not pre-treat this fabric. I kind of wish I had have. I wish that I had have. This fabric is super soft. It does not have a lot of body to it. I prefer to work with fabric that has some body, which makes it a little stiffer. This one is just soft. Not like sateen, just very, very soft. It doesn't have any crispness to it. And I wish that I had hit it with a ton of quilting spray before I ever made my first cut. I'm not loving this, but if I start spraying it now, it's going to warp. Really, it'll start to warp and move and all that kind of stuff, which I can get away with on this particular quilt. It's not going to be horrible, but Aw, I'm sorry that she lost her dad at a young age. Only children get such a bad rap. I don't know why. I don't know why. Being an only child is not horrible. Doesn't have to be. It can be, but it's not horrible. And it's good that she has you and you guys are super tight. That's awesome. That is more than awesome. This is so pretty. This right here, if you guys wondered what the inside of my head looks like, this is it right here. Rainbows and lavender and black and white stripes. It's a thing. I've decided. It's a thing. We are coming to a close on this live, guys. So this is about the time when I'm going to have to start recording because all the blocks are now just about done. Do I work with batiks? Yes. I just did. If you check out the Wednesday quilt, I use batiks in a really weird way. Really weird. But I definitely use them. I don't just straight up love batiks. Not, my jam, but I managed to use them. And Wednesday quilt in person is probably the favorite, but you don't get it on camera. On camera, you can't see the how cool it is. It's a really cool quilt. It's a really, really cool quilt. Oh, thanks, Cam. Thank you. It's just weird. It's definitely me getting in my weird bag, which I like. I like to live in my weird bag. I think greatness happens there. I have some artist friends, some quiltress friends who are about that life for real, for real. And they were like, something happened with you in that Wednesday quilt. They're like super deep about their quilting and whatnot. And I'm starting to get there too. There are moments when I have with my quilting and I'm like, ooh, this is something. When you think you're onto something. Oh shoot, Alicia, are you still here? Alicia, why didn't you tell me? I totally forgot to pull out the other quilt. Where is it? There it is. Oh, Alicia, I'm so sorry. Okay. Alicia, I hope you're still here. Move this food somewhere. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, if you guys are going to be able to see it. Alicia, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. I got the pressing. Okay. Here's the quilt. I don't know if you guys can see everything that's happening here or who this quilt is inspired by. Can you guys tell? This is sideways, so you'd have to be looking at it this way. And it's not super long, but it's just long enough to kind of be out of the camera. Catherine, you get me. You get me, Catherine. It's not quite finished, but it's close. Behind the diamonds, there is a jewel print. Her head is hidden in these apples, which is hidden in this whole shape that kind of resembles some female genitalia. Depends on how you look at it. I've been told, it kind of looks like whatever. Then here we have the reminiscence of her sleeve. And then we have 7 diamonds for the what? The 7 dwarfs who are all minors. I feel like I went off on this quilt. Like this is one of the better pieces that I've made. I think I am going to show it tonight. It's not finished. There's still some things that it's not actually been quilted. It's partially quilted, but it's not quilted. And oh, the sword for you. In the beginning of the movie, the evil queen gives this man the sword and was like, bring me back her heart. It's a whole thing. It's a whole Snow White thing. I get you. I know. The sword, it's weird. But it's a, it's all there in the story. All my quilts, all of my Disney quilts are kind of telling stories and whatnot. And this sucker here, it goes hard. I'm very pleased with it. And all that's left to do is to do some quilting, which is not going to take away from the original design. It's going to be very, very minimal. And then I've got to bind it. And the way that I'm binding it is I'm not putting a top border on. It's just the borders on the sides. Bessie, you saw it, so you can see it. Some people can see it. I feel like I can see it better in the camera, but you guys are also looking at it this way. So when I finally show the video and all that kind of stuff, and you guys, Snow White loved this when she saw it, because of course I took it to Disney World and Snow White saw it. If you guys haven't seen Mickey and Minnie See My Quilt, tune into that video. It's a Lunar New Year one that could not have gone better. Yes, Jazzy, I designed this. This is an original design. So, yeah. Alicia, I'm so sorry. I hope this is interesting to you. I hope you. Oh, good. You did like it. Okay, good. I am really pleased with this one. Oh, and in the border, you can't see it, but if you were here in person, you could see that there are also jewels in the quilting in the background. And then it's appliqued, and then it'll be quilted again. A lot of work went into this guy. But it needs to be, shaken out, pressed, and whatnot. But I'm really, really, really pleased with this one. What's the other quilt I did? The Madame Mim one is in the same series and in the same style. But I didn't love the final. And so I think I finally kind of gotten my style down. Oh, you really get me. Oh, you just going to throw out the couture word, huh? Oh, you're trying to make my heart sing. Oh, you're making my heart sing. I think so too. I think that's a real couture style quilt. I do. Thank you guys so much for sharing that with me. We almost missed it. Alicia, you gotta tell me, like, quit talking and pay attention. I am so glad that I got a chance to share that with you guys, and you guys are enjoying that. Oh, Kim, the sword. Well, Madame Mim from The Sword in the Stone. She was my first attempt, and that quilt is killer in theory, but in execution, it's just not as perfect as I wanted it to be. And I know things are not perfect, and it's still a dope quilt. Don't get me wrong, that quilt is really cool, but I want it to be. It was a lot of work that went into that for it not to be the kind of quilt that I would want to sell. You know what I mean? Like, that one doesn't feel sellable. That one there, that could go in somebody's collection. Oddly enough, I would still show Madame Mim in a show because it's where it all started. My process is my process. It's a learning process. If I had a Matt Cox show, I would still show it because it's part of my Disney story. It's part of who I chose. I chose Madame Mim. I like her. She's one of my favorite villains. But that Snow White one, yeah, that one is going to be something when I finish it. Oh, you guys want to see the backing fabric for it? Huh. Who would have thought I'd run into this? This is the backing fabric for the Snow White when I finish quilting it. If If that ain't perfect, I don't know what is. Catherine, I hope you saw that. That's my backing fabric. I know you like back. Oh, you did. You said perfect. Perfect. That's my choice. Matter of fact, I might even enter Snow White might be able to go to some shows. Maybe. I don't think it could hang at a quilt con, but it could probably be at a road. Maybe at Long Beach. Depends upon how that quilting comes out. There's some things about it that are still not, it's just not a, I mean, it's cool, but there's just a few little things about it that are not the level of perfection that I would want it to be for a quilt that is competing, but you know. Let's see. Oh, you guys are too kind. Too kind. Okay. I can't believe how fast this quilt. You guys, I really think I'm going to make it. Because the next step is just to sew these into rows and then sew the rows together. And because they are big blocks that we like, and we cannot lie because we like big blocks, it's going to go together super fast. That's true. You never know what judges are looking for. You never know what kind of show it's going to be. You are absolutely 100% right. Excuse me. Yeah, Dear Jane's still coming. She's coming. I just have to plan her out properly. Because when I attack it, I'm attacking it. I'm not playing games with Dear Jane. It's not going to be a game. It's going to be taken just as seriously as I take all my other quilts, which means it has to be finished. I will not have a Dear Jane that is just sitting around. Now, it might take me over a year to complete it, which I'm not happy about. But I also run a full business here and am trying to throw that in. But I do want to make it a priority. So, that. Thank you. I totally sneezed. I am, oh, for real. I'm definitely going to go for it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Dear Jane, I'm coming for you. I am definitely coming for you. All right. Now, how is this going to get sewn together? Because this is getting to be original design, I've got to make it make sense now. This other block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 13, I need 12. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. How am I putting this together? Okay. You want to do a Dear Jane block on the back? So everybody would do one and just kind of contribute. That could be cute. That could be really cute. Okay. So this is my first block. And it's going to sit this way. So this block will sit like this. All right. Okay. This is how it's going to go. Let's go. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. I've been wanting to decorate some jeans too. Why is that there? It does not make me happy. You know what? We are going to let this live. Ouch. All right. Now, I need to get that iron off of the board there. Oh, sorry, guys. I keep hitting that. Just sewed it to the wrong side. All right. Let's hang out with Jack. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? All right. I've got to use my brain. I think it's time to cut you guys loose. I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out with me for 4 hours. For 4 hours. I've got to think on this a little bit. And whenever I get quiet and I get to thinking, that's when I am designing, and I've got to focus solely on this for a moment. So I'm going to finish this up. But yeah, guys, it looks like this will be taken to the show tonight. I mean, to the guild meeting tonight. And you guys have made me want to bring Snow White to the guild meeting tonight too. So that we will do. I should bring that African quilt to the guild meeting tonight too, since you guys like it so much, which is weird. But I don't know that that's really... Actually, it is a very modern design. It's not a lot going on. I am so glad that you enjoyed this and you're calling it a treat. Oh my goodness. It's a treat that you were here with me. But yeah, I've got to make this make sense and think it through. So let me get off of here and do my thing. And you guys look for Friday. This video should be up about what this actually looks like when it's all finished and said and done. All right, guys. I will catch you guys on the next one. Everybody sleep tight.